So you're thinking about putting your home on the market. Well, there are some things you should have in place before you do. Here to give us some insider tips is our real estate expert, Monte Mohr. Monte, welcome back to the show.
Great questions again today, Casey.
Yes, the first one is actually from Kelly from Nashville. She writes in and asks, we are planning on putting our home on the market as soon as the weather is warmer and the yard looks better. Can you tell us if it's worth getting a professional landscaper to freshen up the yard before hitting the market? What would you say?
Well, I'd say Kelly brings up a couple great points. First of all, anybody thinking about selling a home right now, Casey, in the next few months, because most people think about it doing when the grass turns green and so forth, get it on the market now sooner than later, because the problem is everybody puts their home on the market then. So you'll increase your odds of selling for more if you put it on the market right away. But as far as your question, I agree absolutely that it's important to create that first impression. You know, as a realtor, when we pull up to a house, our buyers are judging what's inside of that home based on how that home looks on the outside. Right. So it's absolutely a good investment to fix up the yard. It's got
to have that curb appeal to it.
Absolutely.
All right, second question comes from Connie from Brentwood. She says, I watch you every week on Channel 4 and really appreciate your honesty. I bought my home 2 years ago and want to sell it to downsize after going through a recent divorce. I don't currently have furniture for all the rooms. Is it worthwhile, in your opinion, to rent enough furniture to furnish the rest of the home so it shows better? So what should she do here? Well,
Connie, that's a great question. Here's how I'd look. This is what I would say is, if it depends on the room. If you walk in the house and the dining room is empty, then by all means, let's furnish that dining room. But if we're talking about a bedroom upstairs, then it's not worth it. If we're talking about a living room or maybe a breakfast nook, then it's worth furnishing, because that first impression is so important. But if we're talking about a bonus room over the garage, then I wouldn't bother. So what's most important is that first impression when they walk in the front door, that everything looks like it's supposed to look. Remember, we want our home looking like a model home when possible.
Right. You've talked before about how they have to have that emotional connection and how the furnished home
it's got to look like it's on purpose, so they want to sit down. So when I'm out showing property, I'll find somebody interested, I'll have them sit down in the living room furniture and feel it from that perspective, because that's what sells the home, is that emotional connection.
Exactly. Okay, next question is from Randy from Goodlettsville. He says, we're getting ready to put our home on the market but have a very limited budget to work with. What are the most important things we should consider doing to our home to get it ready to sell without spending a lot of money?
Well, another great question. Several months ago, Casey, there were over 1,000 realtors interviewed or asked that very question. What can the consumer do that spend the least amount of money with the most effect? And we've got for the 4 top things. The number 1 thing is cleaning and decluttering. And everybody knows how to clean a property, hopefully, but not everybody understands the decluttering. Remember, when having a home on the market, it's totally different than when living in your home. You've got to get everything out of the way that's unnecessary. And item number 2 there was lightening and brightening. Make sure that the windows are the blinds are open, that the lights are on. If there's any question, remove the screens. That always allows more lighting.
And then the next 2 you say home staging and landscaping.
It's actually worthwhile to have a third party come in, a professional, and rearrange your furniture. You living in your home may be one way, but not so appealing to the average person walking in. And again, we come back to that landscaping idea. That's absolutely most important first impression.
Right. And happy customer of the week.
Happy customer. We've got a great couple. I love these people. I've helped them. I've had the privilege of helping them five different times. And they're absolutely wonderful couple. I feel like I'm family with Carl and Ruby. Wonderful couple.
Yeah, they sure do look happy.
Anybody wants a hardworking realtor, 300-8393.
We got it. Thank you so much, Monte. Hey, if you need help buying or selling your home, call the Mohr Group at 615-376-4500, or to reach Monte directly, you can call 615-300-8393. We also have a link to the website, Nashville